Welcome to Quarterfinals Friday. It's QFF in Dresden, Germany. Mr. Max Mo back with you today. Danny Hudacek and Rico Fu as well bring you all the action from the east of Germany. And well, it is quarterfinals day, so 8 teams will show, 4 will stay, 4 will go. Who will make it through to finals day? Rc Dresden, the host, they've got an important quarterfinal match up first, a tricky one against Chemnitz. So settle in for a big day of quarterfinals action. And this is the FanCode European Cricket Series, Germany Dresden, and it starts right now. Good morning to you wherever you're watching around the world, and welcome to Quarterfinals Friday in Dresden, Germany. It's day 11 of 12, and look, 8 teams remain in this tournament. 4 will be going through to finals day, and the other 4, unfortunately, it will be the end of the line for them. As you can see, there's a few issues with the weather this morning, so hopefully it's not too bad. We'll have to see if we can get this game going on time, but I can tell you that quarterfinal number 1, match 41, is Rc Dresden, the hosts, against USG Chemnitz. Now, both these teams have a 5-3 record heading into the quarterfinals. Which one will survive? We'll soon find out. Let's go over to the match referee, Rob Kemming, who's with the 2 captains for the coin toss for the first quarterfinal.
It's tails, yep. It's tails, you call. Heads. Heads is called. It is heads.
What would you like to do, Raj?
Batting first? Batting.
That is USG Chemnitz winning the toss and electing to bat first. Look, I do think it's normally a good strategy in these knockout matches to get the runs on the board. But look, you never know with the weather, and if this is reduced to an extent, sometimes people think that the team batting second may have a little bit of an advantage, but it can go both ways. I don't mind the decision from Nagaraj, the captain, to bat first. Now, look out for Samad Stanikzai for USG Chemnitz, because he is a very dynamic player, the German under-19 captain. He's looked destructive at times. I'm looking forward to seeing him, of course, and he'll get the chance to bat first in this quarterfinal. Let's talk about Rc Dresden, though, the host. They're also 5-3. They're second in Group A. So if for some reason this match wasn't able to be completed, it will be Dresden that will go through to finals day. Although both of these teams, like I said, they won 5 out of their 8 games in the group stage. Watch out for the captain, Sandeep Kamboj, of course, opening the batting. And along with Mustafa Khan, I think they're a pretty powerful opening combination, and they'll get the chance to do that in the second half of this game, the first quarterfinal. Also, I like the big hitting of Gulzar Rasul. He impressed me in the opening stages of the tournament, and Rahul Grover, who I think is a very clever spin bowler. Let's talk about the conditions today in Dresden, Germany. Well, I can tell you, you can probably sum it up in one word: wet. And it's going to just be one of those days, I think, where we'll be on and off. Of course, yesterday we saw all 4 matches decided by DLS, so they were all reduced to some extent or another. So that could be the case again today. We'll just have to find out. Hopefully we can get results in all 4 of these quarterfinals, because it's always frustrating if you are knocked out because of the conditions. We're expecting a maximum temperature of 14 degrees. Currently it's about 13, and as you can see, the rain has been a little bit persistent. And of course, in Europe, they will play through a little bit more rain than in other places around the world, but really the officials, they've got a busy day ahead, I think, to see if we can get these games completed. Well, it's great to be back, and I've really enjoyed the work of this gentleman as well. Danny Hudacek, along with Rico Fu, have been bringing you all the action to this point in Dresden. So I'll be working with them today. Danny Hudacek is in the commentary box. Let's get ready for quarterfinal number 1. The news from the toss is that Chemnitz, they've won the toss. They'll be batting first.
Thank you, Vinny, and welcome back to Dresden for the FanCode European Series, Cricket Series. And welcome back to Vinny as well. It's good to see you out there. And we've got some good news in this game between Dresden and Chemnitz. The covers, as you can see, are being removed. The rain has stopped for the moment, or if there's a light drizzle, but it's pretty much stopped. And hopefully we'll get play underway very shortly. There has been heavy rain here in Dresden overnight, so the ground is quite wet, but it drains very well, this ground. So here's the what we can expect to see Well, haven't seen Dresden for about a week. Dresden, of course, in Group A, but they're very well led by their skipper Sandeep Kamboj, who's very handy with the ball and the bat. Kapil Chandani also, and other very good performance. Belal Zadran, the left armour, has been very, very good for them. As for Chemnitz, we saw them yesterday in a couple of games. They're on a bit of a run, and those men, I think Stanexai definitely up the top of the order. We'll see if they start with Manoharan as well. He hasn't been in the greatest of forms, but here we are today, and as you can see, there is still a little bit of rain falling. It's quite light. The umpires are hoping to get this game underway shortly, but it's going to be a bit of persistent rain, I think, all day. A little bit like yesterday. So, welcome back to the commentary box, Vinny Sandhu. I hope you've had a good break. I know you've been doing a lot of work for the ECC that's coming up very soon.
Yeah, I have. I have a bit of time away from the ground. It's been a bit strange, but look, it's great to be back. And thanks to everyone in the YouTube chat. Everyone was quite lovely noticing that I'm back today. I'm back for quarterfinals Friday. And hello to Kisma and quite a few, Phil G, of course, and Keanu and My Pearl Dream. Good morning to you guys. And look, hopefully we've got some good news. And this is some reasonably good news as far as the cover's coming off, and there's some slight rain. Now, it was quite heavy, wasn't it? And overnight, even I was sleeping for most of the night, but I can tell you that there was a lot of rain overnight, so the ground is pretty heavy. But in Europe, and as you know, Danny, as well, that they will play through wetter conditions, especially with the surface holds up reasonably well. And the players are aware of it, I suppose. So we're going to do everything we can to get the games today. I know that yesterday, I think it was the first time ever we had all 4 games reduced using Duckworth Lewis Stern, but at least they were completed. And so hopefully, I feel for the teams that finished 3rd and 4th. And this is why I often say during the group stages that you still need to push for that top 2. Because if this situation, you're protected, essentially. And I know that in the Prague tournament back in, I think it was May, we had the same situation with quarterfinals Friday. Unfortunately, we couldn't play a ball on quarterfinals Friday. So the teams that finished 3rd and 4th, they didn't get the opportunity. And I think for Chemnitz, they finished 3rd, but they did have a 5-3 record. They actually had the same record as Rc Dresden. So I feel that they'll be really keen to get out there, obviously. It'll be a very harsh way for them to go out, having won more games than lost, and to not get the opportunity to progress. And we might have a look at some of the quarterfinal matchups we've got today. As you can see, there's a bit going on in the middle of the ground, so that is promising. Now, we do have 4 quarterfinals today. And Danny, obviously this first one, the host Dresden against Chemnitz, but also some really other interesting matchups coming up later in the day. Yeah, look, some very evenly matched sides. Dresden and Chemnitz, not much between them.
Then after that we have Britannia, very impressive. They'll be playing against Victoria. We haven't seen them for a week, and Victoria, they came 3rd in Group A. They'll be second favourites to Britannia, who did come 2nd in Group B, but Britannia a very strong batting side. And then we'll see Rehberger, who are a very strong bowling side, against Berlin International Cricket Academy, who can cause an upset. Definitely cause an upset against Rehberger. Rehberger, of course, missed out on winning this tournament last year due to rain. So they'll want to...
of course.
They're in a good position. They're top of Group A. Yeah. So if there are any delays or any problems with that, then they will go through. But hopefully, as you can see, the covers are coming off, and we're hoping to get play underway shortly, but there will be a little bit of a delay.
We will have lost overs already. That's one thing. But just looking, we've got about 40 minutes until what is the cutoff time. Technically, the cutoff time for us to get the minimum amount of overs in. So we've got 40 minutes. The way things are looking at the moment, it looks like we've got nothing official because we're watching it as you're watching it, but it looks like we should be starting before then. Also gives us a bit of wriggle room if there is further rain as well. So, once we get the covers off, we could see play within 5 or 10 minutes, but we will keep you up to date with what's happening. Also, there is some scope as well, especially on a quarterfinals day. There are some things that we might be able to do to perhaps, if the referee or the conditions they think may improve, to maybe essentially push all the matches back a little bit. We're going to do everything we can basically to get 4 games of cricket today.
Yeah.
For the players, for the viewers, for everyone really. It's the best result. And we might actually have a look at some of the great work being done behind the scenes, and we've got this quarterfinal matchup, and you can see there's not too much between these teams at all, Danny. I mean, Rc Dresden, like I said, they were second in Group A with a 5-3 record. USG Chemnitz third in Group B, identical record. But look at those runs for and against: 99 to 93 for Dresden, 97 to 95 Chemnitz. So not too much in it. One thing that I'm always interested in is the avoidables. So these are buys, no balls, wides, and penalty runs, particularly wides are most of them. And it just shows you that Chemnitz have been giving up 10.4 per innings on average versus 7.2. Sometimes those extra few runs that you give away can be crucial, especially in a match where, as you can see statistically, there's not too much between these two teams.
Look, absolutely. And I think we saw it on the Saturday. I think that was the main one for the Academy side. They let up 25 avoidables in that game. So I think those figures, even though they probably do reflect the level of discipline between the two teams, I think that was definitely affected by that Saturday.
This is something interesting for me as well, that USG Chemnitz, they won the toss and elected to bat. They actually batted first in 6 out of their 8 matches in Group B, whereas Dresden, they actually chased 6 times out of the 8 matches. So it just shows you that both teams are doing essentially what they're familiar with. And I'm not sure what Dresden would have done, but I wouldn't have been surprised if they had chosen to bowl anyway. So you can see that batting first, which they have done 6 times. Chemnitz averaging 90 with the bat, batting first, and they've scored between 83 and 118. So I guess even that 83 is pretty competitive. I think finals a different kind of game. The highest that chase that's been required by Dresden, 97. But I mean, we already mentioned a couple of these players. Stanek Zai, the German under-19 captain, 188 runs. He's been outstanding, and the captain Rajesh Nagaraja with 10 wickets. And for Dresden, Mustafa Khan, he's a very exciting option to open the batting with 113 runs, and Shandani, their leading wicket taker, with 7. So really, we hope as the rain comes down again, it's going to be one of those days, I think, where it will come and it will go. But I mean, everyone is keen to get out there. I mean, even Dresden, who will go through if they can't complete a game, they've come to play cricket. I mean, no one likes to go through without feeling like you've earned it. And both these teams have earned a right for a shot at final stage. So hopefully we do get some cricket sooner rather than later.
It will be very tight between these two teams. Also, especially if it is rain reduced, this game. We don't know how many overs it will be. But at the same time, I don't know who it'll favour. Dresden are the home team, but they haven't played for a week. And definitely Chemnitz are now used to the conditions. And they're on the back of a couple of wins yesterday against Magdeburg. The first one was very tight. The second one was a convincing win.
Yeah.
So maybe Chemnitz have got the roll on, and Dresden will have to start again. So.
Yeah, well, it's been a really interesting tournament, I think, just watching from a little bit of a distance for a change. While I was doing a few other things, obviously got the ECC coming up, which is something very exciting. It's only just over 2 weeks away now, so we're getting really excited about that. But this tournament here, just talking about the scores and the run rates that we've seen, it's been 9.5 overall now, and not too much of a difference, I think, between Group A and Group B. And so, yeah, I mean, I think in the final, especially in these kind of conditions, if you can put 90 plus on the board and then bowl well, have a good start, like it's not going to be particularly easy. But you can see that all the days have been between 8.5 and 11. So it just shows you, that's about what I'd expect, I think. These boundaries aren't the shortest boundaries we've seen. We have seen some good bowling as well. And quite often it's just been the one magical over. And we're talking about the match yesterday, which it went right down to the last ball, where it was just that last over that happened to be magical. I think it went for 19 when 16 were required. So we have seen some very good games. And this is why I think all of us were really looking forward to quarterfinal Friday. We are looking forward to it. And even if we do get these reduced games, they typically are closer because one over is such a bigger proportion of the game that it can change everything.
That's it. So
look, we've got the covers off. We've got the stumps are out there, which is good. You're seeing some of the officials just checking how dry the run-ups are. And I think, look, this is one of the things. I mean, you're not running in like it's a completely bone-dry day. I mean, the players, of course, they can't wear the metal spikes. They typically have these rubber-soled shoes, and so they don't have as much grip. But it's something that you're conscious of. And so it just might be one of those days we have to reduce your run-up or just perhaps run up a bit more carefully. But it's the same for both sides. But Well, Danny, how did you enjoy working with Rico? Well, because I don't think you'd worked with Rico before. I really enjoyed listening to you guys together. And Rico actually will be here. I did tell Rico to sleep in because he's been covering me every morning. So I said, look, Rico, I said, open the window, and if you see rain, then go back to bed, and you can turn on the TV, and we'll see you in the second match. But I think you guys have had some pretty good times here.
It's been really good fun. Really good fun. Lovely man, Rico, and. I think I've made a good friend over these last couple of weeks. So yeah, very much looking forward to working with Rico again and just hanging out with him actually.
Yeah, it's been wonderful to listen to you guys, and just shows you it's actually fantastic for me to step behind the scenes for a couple of about 10 days, I think, while I was off on assignment, and just to see the machine in action. And it's such a sensational kind of apparatus that's been built for spreading cricket in Europe and taking that action all around the world. So the fact that we're actually coming up on Monday morning, actually the first match in the Netherlands will be ECS match 700 for the year.
Wow.
So that's really exciting. I think it takes us up to around about, I think, 770 matches total for the year. When you throw in ECC, which is coming up, and there's going to be 96 matches, international matches over 4 weeks there, that'll, and it looks like at some point we will hit the 1,000 mark, which is certainly a target that we've had this year. Mm-hmm. And it was contingent on a bunch of things, really, because, of course, you've got the pandemic situation. You've got all these things that are slightly out of our control. But I think it's a testament to everyone working at European cricket behind the scenes, everyone in the office, all the management, to keep the cricket going. And there's been some cases where things will come up and we can't necessarily control them. We've had to sometimes change locations or change formats, but the main thing is we've kept it going, and we've seen it lately. So, in the ECC, Luxembourg get their opportunity. Again, it has some logistical challenges. One of the teams, Luxembourg, come in, and that's great that they get an opportunity, and they'll be joining Group A. So for all of the latest on the ECC, you can go to ecc.cricket. Hopefully we get plenty of sunshine. And, that's coming up in a couple of weeks. But right here, right now, we've got the information that it is been listed to start at 9:25 local. That's in about 8 minutes' time. So that's some good news. USG Chemnitz, like we said, they'll be batting first. And we do have some slight rain. But at the moment, I'm not sure if this is a good thing or not, but they're wandering back over to the covers.
I think the covers are going to come back out. The rain has gotten a little bit heavier.
We will try and keep you up to date with what's going on. But the news is, it looks like we were planning to start it in about 8 minutes' time. But the latest is there will be a further delay. So this is just the frustration, I suppose. And there you go. That looks pretty fun. There's Mahel. That's Mahel Daub, he's been picked in the German ECC squad. What a great honour for him. And we did see him, actually, he also plays the Budapest Blinders in Hungary. So, and then you see, got Barry there, Michael Bousley, as he likes to be known. He's also working really hard. And this is one of the things, I know you always mention it in European cricket, that, of course, you don't have all the resources that you do in some established cricket playing region. So it's up to the players, apart from making immense sacrifices to play the game they love in a country where it's not as established, they're often travelling large distances at their own expense. Even on a day like today, they just want to get out there and play, but they're out there and not really protected from the elements. So, let's just take this opportunity to say well done to the players and not just here in Germany, but across all of European cricket for their contributions. I think that they've provided some amazing entertainment, and we really do appreciate everything they do.
Well, we've seen some fantastic quality cricketers as well. We've seen it in this tournament. We've seen some characters, and that's what it's about. It's amateur cricket in the end. But it's at a very good level. You get international players. We've seen a couple here for Rehrberger, international bowlers, and the Stanningsi, the captain of the international of the German under-19 side. We're getting quality players, and then we have other players who are just park cricketers.
Yeah.
And they all compete on the same stage, which is fantastic. And to me, it's considering where European cricket was a couple of years ago. And what's happening also with T20Is, with the ICC really changing the regulations for qualification. That was a real game changer.
100%.
And then what's been happening over the last couple of years with the ECN? I mean, players now they're the stars of this.
Yeah, 100%.
they're just people can see them from all around the world. Their families back home as well, and it's difficult times. So when you can see your son, your nephew, your niece,
your
also,
dad, so many
it.
kids. So many kids. That's the thing for me as well. That in the last couple of months as well as slowly the pandemic situation has improved in Europe, and we're getting more people to the game, more families to the games. And I think it's great to see them getting involved. Just want to tell everyone in the live chat, don't forget you can join us, ECN European Cricket Network. And if you've got any questions for myself or Danny, or even Rico will be here. Might have to wake him up. I don't know if if his alarm's going to go off soon. Yeah, you can join us in the live chat, ECN European Cricket Network. If you have any questions, you can tag me, Vinny Sandu, or you can hashtag Ask Commentators. And there's a bit of a question from Sabir upon how many ECN tournaments are left this year. Well, I can tell you that we have an official schedule which takes us to the end of the ECC, but I know that there are plans, and again, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but there are plans at the moment which take us through to the middle of November. Some excellent locations as well, some locations that we haven't actually been yet. So I'm looking forward to that. So more will be revealed in due course. You can always go to our website, ecn.cricket, to find out, or europeancricket.com. Look, if it's up to us, we'll keep going as long as we can, and that's contingent on finding places where the weather's going to hold up through November and even into December. We had plans to go into December last year. We had plans to start in January this year in Malta. Unfortunately, the pandemic situation didn't allow it, so we started February in Barcelona. So I think it's a really good question. That I can tell you that at the moment, I've seen a schedule which isn't confirmed yet, so I can't talk too much about it, but it takes us through to around November the 24th. So much to look forward to. The Italian Super Series, I know you were with me in Milan and Brescia, week 4 and week 5 for those European Cricket Series back in March and the start of April. And that's going to be an exciting series. How many of you, maybe you've just joined us, you're not that aware, you can always look up on our YouTube channel, look up the archives of the FanCode European Cricket Series Italy in March and April. And that was basically, we had 5 different cities or 5 different regions in Italy, and the winners of each of those series are going to go through to, or they have gone through to the Super Series. It'll be played in November, a 1-week series. I think it's going to be in Rome. Let me see if I can name them. Okay, we've got Royal Roma from Rome. Okay, we've got Kings 11 from Bologna. That was week 2. Got Venezia from Venice. I'll let you do the last 2 because you did week 4 and week 5 with me. We went to Milan.
Fresh Tropical.
Zahid Chima.
Zahid Chima. Yes.
I hope he brings me the amount of... He kept bringing me extra lunches. So I was pretty happy when they made it through. What a final that was against Bergamo United. Okay, and number 5 in Brescia, it was...
No idea. I don't remember back that far.
No, I can tell you that it was I think it's Jenna Brescia that made it through.
It might have been.
Okay.
We need to check that up.
Well, it wasn't Brescia CC because they lost the semi-final.
Yeah.
Come on, Keanu, tell us. Jenna Brescia for me, because then third, it wasn't Chivadate who got knocked out, and it wasn't Jandra Brescia. So I think it had to be Jenna Brescia that won the final.
You asked me because you forgot too, right?
Well, I actually didn't even think of it till I asked you. All right, there we go. Tell us who won week 5 in Italy. I'm pretty sure it was Jenna Brescia. Hassan Ahmed was a star for them, left-hander, a player that we saw representing Brescia in the ECL in 2019. Well, the ECL is another one that we're really excited about this year because it'll be February or March 22, actually. Right now, and some have been decided, there's going to be 29 countries involved in the European Cricket League next year. So the European Cricket League, it's like a Champions League of European cricket. So the domestic champion of these 29 different countries, as well as the returning champions VOC Rotterdam, who won the title in 2019, they will be in Spain for a 7-week tournament. There'll be 6 group weeks and then a 7th championship week. And at the moment, I already know that Royal Tigers from Hungary have qualified. I know that Prague Cricket Club, PCC, Kings from Czech Republic have qualified. So we'll get to see the Beast in action. And that's going to be really exciting as well. So there's just so much happening on the calendar, and we're really looking forward to it. And well, hopefully you have all your company. So yeah, if you have any questions, send them through. Now, what we will do, we're probably going to take a bit of a break here. Now, we still have about 25 minutes until the cutoff time. I'm not sure what's possible. Anything's basically possible for us to try and get this game going today, but it will be at the discretion of the match referee and the tournament officials. So what we will do is we'll keep you up to date with what's happening in the live chat. If I find out anything, I will put it in the live chat. if you keep up to date with the scorecard on our EuropeanCricket.com website. We'll let you know what's happening as well. And hopefully we are going to get some cricket on. But, well, Danny, I know there has been so much great cricket so far over the last 2 weeks here in Dresden, Germany, and there's been a bit of sunshine as well. We might take this opportunity to take you through some of the highlights from earlier in the ECN year, and we will join you if there's any updates, so stay tuned. We'll see you shortly for more FanCode European Cricket Series.
That's what I was trying to do. Shape away. The wind, as I mentioned, is going from left to right on screen. It's nicely cut away just between the man at gully and third man. That's the first boundary of the day. Nice shot. And he's hit that right down the ground. I think it's going to go all the way. And that's the first 6 of the day. Well, yeah, I think he only knows one way, Sharifi.
That's a lovely shot though, isn't it? He used his feet well, and look, he even held the pose when he was running. He thought, here what, coming on to bowl now. So okay, with a different bowler. Starts with what could be a full toss. I think a no ball is also being called. This one's hit hard. The fielder sticks his hand out, but he's not going to stop it. And this, even though this outfield we know is going to be slow because of the rain overnight, that still makes his way. 4 runs. This was a good shot.
That's a lovely shot, just away from the fielder there. It's on strike. Hits it straight and long, and that's another 6. That's a different shot from Sharifi. He didn't try to launch it onto the leg side. Still a very similar stance when he hit it, very open. This one's been hit over the top of the fieldsman for 6, and that's onto that artificial football pitch, and it's a long chase for the fieldsman out there.
Yeah.
Rank full toss, bit of rubbish, and absolutely smashed. And again, charges him, smashes him in the same direction. That's another 6.
This one, what a shot. What a shot this is. This was just, he charged at him, and he's absolutely creamed this. This is big. This is the intent that he's got here. He's taken him on. This is a great shot.
There's a bowler again. This one has been absolutely hammered. And that, it's hit that same subs bench.
This one's gone up in the air. There's going to be another one. Volley, volley, volley. Says Guerreras Mas, and he's on a mission. Isn't he, Sharifi? Every time the length is there for him, he charges down and he absolutely creams this.
Lovely shot. Coming around the wicket now, Taranga. And this one's in the air. I don't think a fielder will get there. Bit of a top edge. Might go all the way, and it will. It's another 4 runs, a bit streaky. Comes Taranga coming around the wicket. And he's just dabbed that around the corner. He'll only get a single, though. Or he'll come back for a second.
He's taking him on. And this is excellent running. It really is. The wicketkeeper, Gula Sakira, saying to the fielder, what do you do, man? Just attack the ball, get the throw into me. And that is really, really well batted. Yeah, take your time. Tell the umpire, look, I'm going to celebrate this a little bit. And so you should. Well done. He deserves the applause you're getting. Both अच्छी बैटिंग की है. शरीफ ने अपनी 50 बनानी है. Oh, this is beautiful. This is a lovely shot. 4 runs. And at the moment here, they come back strong. 99 these two put on for the first wicket. This one's going big. Ball! Balle, balle. And that is the 100 partnership between these two batsmen. It's also the 100 that goes up on the board. What a turnaround in form from them.
Much the same. This one's in the air. It's going right back. And it's the player's gone 5 metres over the boundary and it's still gone over him.
And 8 sixes. Unbelievable. 5 fours and 8 sixes.
Oh, what a shot that is.
Wow, wow, wow.
This one's hit straight and it's going to be caught, and it will. It's the end of a very entertaining innings there from the excitement machine, Sharifi.
Yeah.
And I think he'll get a big round of applause when he comes off by his teammates. So
Well, what do you say? Go on, this is all yours. This is all yours.
what a shot to try in the first ball out there. Tried the ramp shot for no reason at all. And that's what he's come. Oh, this is a nice little shot. Just squeezed out for 4. Oh, lovely shot. Bit of rubbish. And that just smashed down. Bit of ball, but, and as I mentioned, no one on the offside. This one's going towards the boundary. It's the last ball of the innings. And again, a good ball. Well run. And they'll sneak a bye. And they'll end up on 143 for 2. It will. And this one's down leg side. It's a bowler again. And he's gone. Well, as I mentioned, he needed to keep it outside off stump. This one drifted in and just been flicked to the man at short mid wicket. And everything going right for the Hulla team. Comes the bowler in again. And this one's hit on the onside. I don't think it'll carry. Just one bounce over the boundary, I think. And that's right on line. Bit of an inside edge. Could be out. Oh,
I think he would have been gone for all money here. No calling there at all. Yeah. The only other thing which we don't know, so it's this one. This is nicely played. Fielder, well, he gets the slide in and isn't able to stop it. And guess who that was? So a big effort being made to keep this ball out on the off. Oh, this one's a good one. It's gone right through him. It hit here, and there could be another wicket. It's a matter of inches and millimetres, isn't it, sometimes?
Teja's coming from around the wicket, and this one's a bit straighter, and that's been hit for 4. One's got that one slightly wrong. It's in the air, and it's a big 6. Finally, a bit of relief. And as I said, there's not much of a margin for error for the bowler. Got it 2 straight, and that one was hit behind square for 6. That was an interesting shot.
Very interesting.
got away with it, making a boundary actually.
Well, it fooled everyone. It looks like he's shaping up to play it down on the onside, and then at the last minute, watch this. You think, no, actually, no, I won't do that. I don't think he knew too much about this, but it ends up being 4 runs because it fooled everyone. This one could be, but it doesn't go to hand. It's 4 runs. What have we seen? This one's been thumped. It's big. Volley, volley, volley. Seis carreras. Well, good as Sakira. He's taken his time, but he does hit one big and straight. 6 runs.
Yeah, this one was put in the slot, and he's absolutely smashed that straight. This one's a full toss, just flicked around the corner, and he's got all of that as well. It's another 6.
Yeah, I believe that is. And yeah, put them up. Mark Jameson, put your hands up. Manos arriba, arbitro. Eso es. 6 carreras. But this was just like a gentle flick. See that here? He's really no power going into the shot.
And he smashed that one for 4. Again, it's just down leg side.
But this one's up in the air. It's got to be the keeper's catch for me. He claims it, says I want it. Well, he says I want it, but the fielder says, no, I want it. And in the end, the other fielder, I love this, the catch is taken, and the other fielder that was coming across puts his hands on his head even once the catch was taken. So that's a good catch. And he's saying, look, I knew I had it. I was comfortable.
I'm not sure if there's no trust in the keeper, but that happened, exactly the same thing happened yesterday as well. I think between the two same fielders. He comes in again and just flicked around the corner, plays out there.
Oh, well.
I think he didn't really need to go at that one-handed. He was there, and
Usmani Bilal is the man. This was sort of flick, and you see he's getting himself set. He jumps up and not able to hold on to it. Well, he's going to have to stay probably where he is because it's going to be 4 runs. Well, it will, because they will get the single. Here comes the throw. He's gone. He's gone. That is unbelievable. And Mark Jameson saying, well, you might run into me, but you know what? I'm going to get my own back. You're on your bike. This was brilliant. Outstanding. Well, a bit more close-up, played away. Take the run. Then comes the throw. It's the direct hit. What's the umpire thinking? And not out is the call. He makes it in.
Yeah, it was well run. But that would have been a wide as well. You're right. You're right. He's bowling straight down the line. He's running.
Yeah.
And it's the end of the game. But it was an entertaining one. Some great batting, especially from the excitement machine Shinwari, and Sharifi, and the skipper Shinwari for the Huller, and a very good 50 there for Nasekara. The bowling, just down leg side, called a wide. Let's move the ball in, get a bit of form.
Yeah, Rafiki Khan comes in, and this one's going to go all the way. 4 runs, and that's what they needed. They need a boundary, and playing around. And that's taken them. That's an absolute beauty, and look at this. Well, that certainly is a Boogie Woogie Kookaburra fireball, because the ball hits the stumps, knocks them over.
From Huller. Whoa.
Well, Mohammed, he's absolutely crushed this over the leg side boundary. That's a nice pickup. It wasn't really that short. This one's been absolutely creamed. What a big shot that is. Shaka Lagya. I tell you what, this has ended up on the nets. Well, this is sometimes, well, maybe it's going to be a changeover in the luck stakes here, because now it seems to be going the Lions' way. Another inside edge.
Just over 9 and over.
Going for it again, and well, despite the efforts of the fielder, jumping high into the sky, but this goes over him. 6 more runs.
Oh, he's got him, I think.
Got him, yeah, he's played it on. And this is always the danger, isn't it, with Murashapila? I think he plays that shot too often, even when saw the one that went for...
Oh, he's got him.
He's got another one in the same fashion as that he gets Vinny. And well, Usmani Bilal, he's delighted about this one. I tell you who's not, Mohammed, because he was getting himself captain. He's getting the better of him.
He's kind of got hold of that. There's a player out there that's wrong-footed him.
Well, you always see this, and fielder's running, getting himself ready to take the ball on the bounce, but the bounce goes the other way.
Something where most Czechs don't know much about it, and most Europeans don't know much about it. This one's been hit for 4 down through the backward square leg area.
And well, this is
give that opportunity to players. This one's been
down, and he's going to split the fielders. Well, we talked about Olympics. Well, how many points would you give to that? Just like the old gymnast hitting the board and doing the somersaults in the air. Bilal once more to him. Short, and this is smashed, but to the fielder. Oh! Would you believe it? We're talking about the Olympics. That is a gold medal. What a catch that is. That's absolutely outstanding. He was a man who got all the 9s for doing the diving, trying to stop the ball, but now he's going to get all the 10s.
This one's got another one straight through him, and it's the skipper this time. So Bilal has changed this game. Usmani Bilal, bowler in, it's been hit down the ground, and it's gone all the way. Well, that's brought him back down to earth.
Great shot. Really was. I mean, he's come in, he's put it in the spot. What's next? In comes Khan. Hit hard again. Ball! Le balle. Watch out, Andres. This is coming your way to make a mark in this game. This is hit pretty hard. They'll take one. Fielder, well, makes a mess of it. They'll come back. Taking on the overthrow. Will it get it? No. The wicketkeeper not able to take the ball. And the dive in, I think, a better throw. If the keeper had taken this, I think he would have gone. You see it here. In comes the throw, and yeah, he would have been gone. I think he tried to.
Let's bowl it again. He's bowling around the wicket.
Yeah.
Which is good to change the angle. They're taking on the field, and this should be out. And it is.
It was. Well, he did the same thing before. I'm not quite sure that it was probably necessary to do it. And he gets up, dusts himself off, and says, "What are you doing to me, man?"
I think you're right. Always got that in the air. There's a player coming around, and it's the excitement machine who's taken it.
Yep.
And that's the end of another batsman. Sterling's eye finally finds the bat. Or finds the ball. I don't know.
It just weren't. I mean, you have to say though, Bilal came back fantastically, and he got some wickets. And speaking of wickets, well, there's another one there. So it's just not happening. Always, he has to go. And just going for that little flicker again on the leg side, not able to make contact with it, and he goes. So another wicket goes down, and at this point, at 90, seems a long way away.
So you need to pick up the slump. So well, this could be a run out, and he's got in that time.
He decides this time, cleverly, I'm not going to throw it to the bowler.
He got to about a metre from the stumps and then flung it in. And yeah, the big man there have to walk home.
Yeah, the 9th wicket. So yeah, you're right. So when that happens, the bowlers have knocked off. Then when the ball comes to you, you've got to have the ball in one hand, and they've got, well, in this case, I suppose, in our case, with each time, you're picking up the ball with. And it's well bowled, and that will be the end of the innings. So they don't get to the 90, and that 88 that was coming to me for some reason. They don't get that either. And in the end, I think they'll be disappointed. The Lions.
The first ball. It's a good line and length. Just push down towards third man for a single. There's a danger man on strike. They don't. This one's hit in the air. Could be out. The player coming around and does a somersault. It was a good effort. That would have been a huge wicket. It was the danger man, Sharifi. And made good ground towards it. Did do a somersault. Runga bowling to Shinwari, who smashes it over the offside. Couple of bounces and over the boundary. Nice shot. You can see the intention. They want to get these runs early.
This one straight at him. Oh, they're going to be in trouble if this hits. It's got to be out, and that's crazy. That really is one thing that you don't want to be doing. And, well, Sharifi gets himself run out. And, look, this was really, really risky.
Hey.
It's in the air, and it should be taken. It's 2 in 2. And that's another one. So.
Ooh. There's a bit of a send-off. I don't think the match referee will like that much.
It could be another, but this time it's just over that man at square. Will he get to it? And no, it goes to the boundary for 4 runs. So Stanley's Eye going for the short delivery again. See this one, that's going to be a wide ball, and well, I think it's going to be a wide. The umpire's not signalled anything as yet. No, it's come off the bat. Well,
A batting team, so they're still there. This one's been hit nicely. There's a man out there, and he takes a catch. Well, that's a big wicket.
It's another one. Bites the dust, as to say, but is that one we're talking about? Move that over. But then they contained him. This is a nice shot, and this is what they need. This is crushed away. So Usmani Bilal shows that he can play for the moment. Or maybe not. This one is hit well. More work to do for Liana, but he can't get there. It's 4 more runs. So this ends up being a pretty good over so far. See. Well, he goes for the big one. It's up in the air. It's up, and it's going. Ball. Le balle, balle. Says Guerreras. He's hitting the ball well. Now he's come to do the job with the ball. And that's a lovely delivery. What a ball that is, right across him. And he's got to go. Good take. Good as Akira.
cause the havoc.
Hit firmly and 4 runs. Hit too well. And this is a really good shot. Just went fuller, doesn't eat Muhammad here. This is the big wicket that they need. Bilal goes big. This will bounce a couple of times. The fielder should stop it. It's slowed up. He does stop it. He does well. And well, picking it up, you've got to keep an eye on here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he
Keeping
had
an
his...
eye where his foot was. Let's just have a look. Was his foot outside the line when he picks this ball up? Look, he's done really well to stop the ball. So that's fine there. But just keep an eye on that right foot as he makes contact with the ball. Yeah, that is 4 runs. Big moment. Hits it well, and this one is going to be 4 runs. Or is it? Yes, it is. It just makes it over that line. He certainly hit it well enough. And that's why he wants to be on strike. He's doing the damage. And it's going to go for 4 runs. So, well, when things aren't going your way, this is what happens. This is got a nick on this. Oh, well, that for me sums it up. Sometimes it's not your day. And the Lions... Just swing it. This is a chance. Big moment in the match, and it's been taken. He goes. And could that be the one that makes all the difference? All the pressure on the fielder there. And it's Always that takes the catch. The captain. And there was a little bit of something on this for sure. And he gets the wicket. And that wicket also, more importantly, is a huge dot ball. And well, he has a look at the umpire and he says, what do you reckon? No, that's fine. And then finally he says, this is who I am. We know who you are now. Well, they were hiding you, but secret is out. And Imran Mohammed, well, he gave us drama, didn't he, with that no ball. But in the end, it's a victory.
Comes the first ball of the match. And, a lot of in-swing there. Whippy action. Just like that, if the batsman gets hold of it, goes a long way. That's a big 6. First 6 of the innings. Just right in the slot there from the bowler. Bit of movement went with it. And it's a big shot. Here comes again. This one's hit straight. Well, as I mentioned, didn't hit it in the didn't bowl in the slot the last couple of balls. That one he did. Just one bounce over the boundary for 4. Oh, hello. That wasn't anywhere near the block hole. That's been hit onto the synthetic field. That's a massive hit over square leg. It's a bowler in again. This one's hit in the air just over the infield, is it? No, it's not. Oh, he's dropped him. Oh, this one's been smashed again. Just a short arm jab, and it's down on that football pitch. It's rolling, it's getting towards the centre circle now.
This is the chance. It's up in the air. It gets underneath it and takes it. No mistake this time. So to do get a big wicket, and it's an important one. And it's, well, Najibullah Yasir taking the catch. This one's up in the air, and it's going all the way. Bolle, manos arriba, Vidro, 6 más, and well, right on cue, when one big hitter goes.
And, he does nothing at all except smash it back onto his own stumps, and he's on his way back home.
Yeah, well, that's disappointing, isn't it? He doesn't really need to do this. I think he's got time to settle himself in. The match situation the way it is.
Runner coming in again. This one's been hit over cow corner. Should go for 4. It does. Sabah. This one's short, and it's been absolutely launched again. just bouncing short of the AstroTurf pitch. Just a bit of rubbish there from the bowler, just dragged it down right onto it, the batsman. It's Arjun, who looks in good touch. There's the bowler again. Just point down towards the boundary. I think it'll be cut off, will it? No, it won't. That's 4 runs.
Combination of sun and wind. The outfield certainly has quickened up.
Well, don't worry about the outfield. That's another big 6. Right over cow corner. And doing very, very well here, the Victoria side against a very good Rehberger team. Maybe. In Dresden. Oh, ropey, dodgy edge for 4.
That's the one that's really kick-started them again. But, well, this one's gone big. Balle, balle, balle. Seis carreras más. And it's another signal there from the umpire to say, yep, that's another one. Big hit there.
Tell you what, Victoria here to play. This one's in the air. It's gone behind the keeper. There should be another 4, I think. It's gone up.
Yep.
A couple of bounces over the boundary. This one's just over the top, is it? Or it's going to be caught, and it's just over the top. Slightly misjudged, and just a single in the end. Very impressive so far. But this one's been hammered over cow corner for 6. Well, there you go. Full and straight, Rico.
Yeah, but full and straight. But what was good, interesting about this one?
These two batting very, very well. This one's in the air, not quite hit as well. Player coming around at Yasser, and he's dropped it. Smashed his knee as well. Big throw to the keeper, and that keeper drops it.
Keeper. And they're going to run, whatever happens. And will the wicket keeper be able to sort this one out? Here comes the throw. Well, he's got to just get it to the other end. Now it's down to the bowler, and well, finally, remember there's no bails here, so the umpires have to take that into account. And umpire Siva says, well, this time he is out. So they do manage to get one of the runs. I don't think they were going to get the 2 unless there was going to be a real mix-up. So in the end, I think Victoria, well, one thing you can say is they've certainly got the runs on the board. 108 will be the score. And, well, I think Rehberger, they're going to have to up their game slightly here. They've just come out here a little bit flat for me. So let's see if they can go about it in a more sort of positive manner, more upbeat manner when they're batting.
Hello and welcome back to Dresden in Germany. It's Vinny Sander here, Mr. Maximo, along with Danny Hudacek for the European Cricket Network today. Unfortunately, we do have some bad news, and inevitably the first quarter final between Rc Dresden and USG Chemnitz has had to have been abandoned due to the weather conditions. Very heavy rain at the moment. If anything, it's got slightly worse. So, look, even I know, Danny, we were hoping to start maybe 25 minutes late, and then we had to, again, push it back. Even if we had started, I think, inevitably, the rain was always going to win. It's disappointing for Chemnitz because they won 5 out of their 8 games at an identical record, actually, to Rc Dresden. But the fact that they finished 3rd on the ladder means that they finished below where Dresden finished in their group. They finished 2nd, so it's Dresden that are the first team through to finals day. But, I mean, it's just a disappointing result all around because I'm sure all the players, they wanted to get out there. They wanted to earn a spot in the semi-finals. But, unfortunately, there's not much you can do when Mother Nature intervenes.
Absolutely. And look, we wanted to see it as well. And I'm sure that everybody out there watching the ECN and watching this tournament in Dresden wanted to see the Group A and Group B battles. But it's not to be today with this this first game. Rc Dresden, they're the hosts. They'll be pleased to get through, but not in this manner.
Yeah, look, you're exactly right. And, it does show us basically what our updated quarter-final schedule looks like. You see Dresden, they are through, the first team through, on account of a an abandoned match. So I guess it does take the wind out of your sails a little bit for all of us here. I'm sure all of you were very keen to watch that quarterfinal one get contested. But, the second one is going to be very interesting as well. Britannia versus Victoria. Now, how do you see that game going? Hopefully we can get on the park. Of course, we are about an hour away, just over an hour from the scheduled start time of that match. But Britannia, of course, reigning champions, and they've impressed me so far in the group stages.
They've been very good, especially with the batting. I think their bowling side's not maybe as strong as some of the other teams, but their batting side is very, very strong, and especially the one-man show.
One-man show.
Rohit Singh.
Yeah.
Yep. He's very good, and he did go cheaply one game, but he just is the type of player that you might get him cheaply once, but then he'll come back the next game and score very quickly and a lot of runs.
Yeah, look, the thing that fascinates me, Rayberger, of course, they were runners-up last year because they finished second on the ladder, and the final was washed out. It was the only final we've ever had washed out.
Yeah.
And Rayberger, I think they put 126, or like a pretty decent score on the board, and then second half was washed out, and it was Britannia that got the trophy. But this time, just look at those standings. You see that Rayberger finished first in their group, and Britannia finished second in their group. Yep. How funny would it be if the same thing happened again? But
honestly, it wouldn't be funny, Vinny, because we want to see cricket. But it would be ironic, I think, rather than funny.
What about a shout-out, though, to the Chemnitz players? And they provided a tremendous amount of entertainment over the week in Group B. I really enjoyed watching them play, and I know that they're big fans of the European Cricket Network project, and they're excited to be involved in the FanCode European Cricket Series. So they can be very proud of their efforts, winning 5 out of their 8 games. And so it's really unfortunate that you won't make it through, but hopefully we see Chemnitz again in the future, and wishing them all the best for their domestic season as well.
Absolutely. Look, I think all the teams here have played in a very good spirit, and Chemnitz have really played nice cricket throughout the tournament. And we saw them yesterday with a couple of wins. So, they've had some real cracking games as well. Rajesh
Nagaraja, to you, my friend, the captain. It's been great just getting to know you a little bit this morning. Very unfortunate that you weren't able to get on the park. Okay, I'll give you an update on the weather conditions, though. We are around about an hour away from the scheduled start of the second quarterfinal between Britannia and FC Victoria. And at the moment, very, very wet, as how I describe it. Still 13 degrees. It's just going to be one of those days. We're going to hope for a few windows of dryness, I suppose, for us to get any cricket in. But we will keep you up to date if you are able to get on the YouTube chat, ECN European Cricket Network, and we'll let you know what's happening in there as soon as we have any information coming to hand. We don't have toss information yet. The toss will be done shortly, so if you want to know about the toss, you can have a look in the chat, or you can always go to our website, europeancricket.com. And look, there's some questions in there, and so some people asking about a reserve day. The issue with a reserve day is because it's just not really practical for us, because our schedule is so tightly packed. We don't really have a chance, because we'll all be travelling. The whole crew has to travel to the Netherlands on Monday, where we'll have a brand new series in Capella, just outside Rotterdam in the Netherlands, starting on Monday. So it doesn't really allow us the ability to have a reserve day. What we will do, if we can, is and you can see there the details of Capella. It's actually a 5-day tournament, Monday to Friday, and 5 teams ready to go there. And 4 from the Netherlands, and Liège from Belgium also getting an opportunity, which is fantastic, because we haven't been able to do a Belgian series this year. So they get an opportunity in the ECS Netherlands, which starts on Monday morning. And hopefully you can join us for that. So that's why, essentially, it's just impossible for us to have a reserve day. It's just too problematic, basically. But let's leave you here. What we will do is you'll see the clock come up, and it'll tell you how long until the start of the second game. If there are any delays, keep an eye on the chat. We will let you know. We will be on at the start of, or just before the scheduled start of quarterfinal number 2 to let you know exactly what's happening. Hopefully we've got some cricket. But I guess congratulations also to Rc Dresden. They earned their spot in the top 2, and it's paid off because they are the first team to book a place in finals day. So the hosts, they are right there, and they will be playing the the winner of Berlin CC and Eski Einheit-Halle in their semi-final tomorrow morning. But for now, from everyone in Dresden, the whole ECN crew, we wish you a very pleasant morning. You can take an hour off, but then join us again for the next match, which begins at 9 o'clock GMT, which is 11 a.m. in Central Europe and 2:30 p.m. in India, hopefully for quarterfinal number 2. Until then, it's Vinny Sandu, Mr. Maximo, along with Danny Hudacek. See you shortly for more cricket. This is the FanCode European Cricket Series. Hello and welcome back to Dresden in Germany. It's quarterfinals Friday in this FanCode European Cricket Series. Vinny Sandu, Mr. Maximo with you along with Danny Hudacek. Unfortunately, it's more of the same. It's been a lot of rain this morning in Dresden, and that has forced the postponement of the start of this, the second quarterfinal of this series. And you can see Britannia are taking on Victoria in quarterfinal number 2. Both these teams 5-3 records. Britannia led by Rohit Singh. He has been a revelation, their one-man show. And we'll see if he has to do any work to get out there. He'll be leading Britannia. So he's opening the batting for them because they've been sent in by Victoria, and who've won the toss. And their captain, Zishan Sahi, had no hesitation in electing to bowl first. But the issue is at the moment that we do have a delay due to rain, and it has been persistent. It hasn't really let up since the last game eventually was postponed. The first quarterfinal, it saw Rc Dresden getting through to the semi-finals ahead of Chemnitz, unfortunately, and that was just due to the fact that they finished higher on the ladder. It's Vinny Sandu here, Mr. Maximo, along with Danny Hudacek. And Danny, look, it is disappointing, isn't it? And look, if it wasn't possible to get the 5 over minimum in this game, it would be Britannia that would go through on account of having finished higher in the group stage. Although both these teams won 5 and lost 3 of their group games, Britannia finished second, FC Victoria 89 finished third, so that would be disappointing. And I'm sure, once again, Danny, we just want to see some cricket, don't we? Take us through some of these stats. And you know, it was Victoria that decided that they wanted to chase. I had a lot to do with the weather, but obviously Rohit Singh, he's been really impressive so far for Britannia. Not only in this series, but also last year, he impressed me a lot in his performances in this form of the game.
He's a class batsman, Rohit Singh, and it's looking forward to seeing him bat again. But unfortunately today, it's been one of those days. It's persistent rain. But Rohit Singh, Faisal Qasim's been very good for them as well. Britannia, but they've had a lot of stars. Really, that man Rohit Singh has been the man to get them through quite a few of the games. But they're a very strong batting side, Britannia.
Tell you what's interesting is that they've only batted first twice, but they've scored 141 and 135.
Yeah.
So it has to be a bit of a risk to send them in. But, you know, and also Victoria, they have only chased twice in this series. They were successful chasing down 100 in one of those chases. But Zahid Mahmood's been very impressive for them. Ehsan Latif, we were just talking about him, weren't we, off air as well, and his ability to move the ball around. So it's fantastic that we've got those stats gun insights. And thanks to Ravi behind the scenes for providing those for each of these quarterfinals. And like you can see there, the fact that Britannia were second instead of a third, which Victoria were, would mean that if this game can't proceed, it will be Britannia that goes through to the semi-finals. Let's have a look at the matchup kind of statistics between these two teams. You can see Britannia very strong with the bat. They're averaging over 2 a ball, averaging 122 per 10 overs, only conceding 87. And it's a lot closer for Victoria, who are averaging 101 with the bat, conceding 99. Both these teams pretty similar with the avoidables. And basically what it says is, you know, if you're going to be able to control Britannia, you have to get their big hitters, you have to get their big guns. Otherwise, they have the batting that can just basically bat you out of the match.
Absolutely. Look, and in Ehsan Latif, they've got a quality bowler, Victoria, and we saw him. He was struggling with a groin injury and his back. He was stretching his back pretty much all last week. So he's had a week's rest.
Yeah.
And he's a former national team bowler and bowls a fantastic in-swinging Yorker.
Yeah.
He's left armour. And I think if any one bowler in this tournament were to trouble a batsman like Rohit Singh, it would be Ehsan Latif. So hopefully we'll get to see him against them. But it would... At the moment, it's looking a little bit dodgy as far as a start here, unfortunately.
Yeah, look, it does. And the rain has been persistent, and sometimes we get lucky, and we've seen some bad forecasts this year. Even yesterday, the forecast wasn't particularly good. We were able to at least complete 4 matches. All of them were affected by rain, and there was some reduction in all 4 matches yesterday. But so far, we haven't had quarterfinal 1. You can see there, Dresden have progressed due to the rain. They finished higher than Chemnitz, so they're through to finals day. Now we're trying to get quarterfinal 2 started. Now the cutoff time will be 11:50 local, which is 3:20 p.m. Indian, 3:50 in Bangladesh. If we were going to have enough time to get a 5 over match in, but we'll just have to keep an eye on that time. Of course, sometimes we can be quite innovative in how we can try and get the matches happening, but I guess it's very hard to innovate against the persistent rain, which has just been the story today. In the YouTube chat, feel free to put us any questions you have for us. Vinny Sandhu, you can tag me, or you can probably tag Danny as well in the chat, or hashtag Ask Commentators for any questions. Rico, I told Rico to stay in bed until the rain stops, so he might be in there a while. But, obviously very enjoyed you and Rico so far in the series with some excellent commentary and insights. And, of course, love your local insights in this area. You've played and been involved in cricket in this region for so long. So, look, we basically have around about 45 minutes to try and get a game going. It's going to be up to the officials. It's not an easy day for them either. And we've had a moment earlier where we had the covers off and we're maybe a few minutes away from a start, but then the rain started again and basically forced another postponement. So, look, it's a great chance for you to be able to go to our website, europeancricket.com. You can have a look at what's going on in the world of European cricket. Of course, we've got the Netherlands series starting on Monday. We've also got the ECC coming up in just over 2 weeks' time now. You can always go to our website and find out everything that's happening in the world of European cricket. And that you can also go to ecc.cricket if you want some specific information on the European Cricket Championship and all the fixtures there, and also how you can get involved if you get a week off. That's something we were talking about as well, Danny. It'd be great to get some of you and your countrymen down to the ECC. And that will be a really exciting competition that we're looking forward to. It's a 15-country competition. The first time we've had an international T10 competition broadcast. So it's exciting times ahead. But at the moment, I mean, this is just part and parcel of it, isn't it? We've been quite lucky with the weather this year. But actually, Danny, that's both the quarterfinals Fridays that I've done with you have been affected with rain so far, because we were in Prague together, weren't we? Yeah. So everyone's blaming me for coming back after a few days away from the ground and bringing the rain. Well, I'm going to put the blame squarely on you.
Let's share the blame, Vinny. I
think it was nobody's fault, really. It does kind of break my heart when teams don't get an opportunity, and I think of some of the teams, the Prague Barbarians, Vandals in Prague, the United guys as well, that didn't get an opportunity to at least press their case. But again, I guess it's the fair way to do it, because you've got to reward the teams that finished in the top two. But I also feel it's a tough one, because Britannia and Victoria, they both won 5 and lost 3 of their games. They both have winning records. They deserve the chance to play the quarterfinal. But at the moment, we will keep you up to date with what's happening as far as the weather. Keep up to date in the YouTube chat. I'll put any updates we have in there. Also, keep an eye on the website, like I said, europeancricket.com. Danny, we will sit tight and we will get ready for any potential breaks in the weather. And meanwhile, if you're watching ECN today, it's certainly great to have your company. We have some more highlights for you. It's been an exciting 2 weeks of cricket so far. We've had some really good games. So we'll leave you with a few highlights, and we'll see you shortly, hopefully, for more updates and action on the European Cricket Network. You're watching the FanCode European Cricket Series.
Come in, and nice shot straight away there from Sharifi. Charges down, there's a man out there, they'll look for one, they just get one. Ball's rifled in. Comes Kapil, that's outside off stump. Sharifi, oh, he could be out here, and that's disaster for Sharifi. Charge down the wicket, it did swing a little bit. Got it at the end of the bat, and that's the first wicket down, and it's that vital one of Sharifi.
But everybody else, look at the way they're coming in. Oh, he's done him. Well, it's the first bowler, and Manan Junath, he has to go.
It's the bowler again. And this one's hit in the air, should be out, and it's caught. It's another wicket down. It's falling apart for Haller. And that's Usmani Bilal.
Coming hat-trick ball. And it's been played out on the offside. It won't go to the boundary. But we've got the ball in the right area. And it wasn't a wide. We've seen that a lot of times. Once more. And this is hit high up in the air. Well, who wants it? The bowler says, leave it to me. He looks comfortable, and he's taken a very good catch. A little bit of the ice cream cone there in the end, as Vinny would say. This is a good catch, but he wanted it. He said, it's my bowling, it's my figures, I want it. Once more to Khan, and Khan's taking him on. Has gone a long way up in the air. Fielder coming across. He'll do very well. Oh, Shaba. That is unbelievable. What a catch this is. This is just outrageous. This is outrageously good. Sensational. Well, that is a Strath super catch. Bowling to Shinwari. Shinwari has attacked him, and he's trying to get this to the boundary, and he does. And you had to muscle it because you need some power to get it over there, and he certainly did.
The other players within this team can. This is in the air. I think it might be caught. Nice catch, yes. Well taken. And well, that's a big wicket as well. That's Shinwari. As I mentioned before, he would have been the key to getting this score up to a reasonable total, and now he's gone as well.
Good slower bowlers, spin bowlers, and Grover, well, he does hit it. He does bowl well, but this one's up in the air, and Fielder can't do anything about it. So it's 6 runs. Put them up. It's bulle time.
What it takes is someone to hit with that hitting arc. This one's gone out towards the boundary. I think it'll be 4 as well.
Yeah.
It will be. Just got away with it. It seemed like a bit of an inside edge, but it went all the way towards him. Just got to go with that swing. Almost hit that straight in the air. Should be caught, and it is. Another wicket goes down. That's 7 down. And Bora, who had a nice 6 in the previous over, and he's gone to all sorts of trouble here.
Oh, I think there was a little bit of something on this, and this is going to be 4, and I think it's going to be 4 to the batsman. Yes, it is 4 runs, and it's pretty full. And
fair from Dresden. This one's gone back to the bowler. He'll shy at the stumps, and he misses.
Well, he yeah, this time out the off, hits it up in the air, and just passes the man who's on the. Well, they shout for 2, be very optimistic, and if he could have taken this, I don't think. Well, they're going for 3 here now, and they're going to get there as well. Well, that's very, very good running, and not for the first time we see a batsman end up rolling around on the floor. Ahmadzia this time it is, and also the batsman highest individual score, and there's a wicket. So Rajput right on the money, and he's taken the wicket of Ahmadzia. So in the end, the 2 bowlers between him, Rajput and Grover, they persisted with that line, just floating the ball up.
What a shot. So we expect the unexpected from Einheit Haller.
And that's the shot. He's played that well. And here they go. They take the 1. Comes back. Taking the 2. And probably will be looking. Well, he wants another. Says, get up. What are you doing down there? I want 1 more. And he'll get there. I think he will. Right, look away. Let him pull his trousers up. Oh, this is fantastic. This is really good. Well, I talked about action and entertainment. Well, it's the excitement as well, and how can you not love it? And they fell short of the runs they would like to have on the board, but in the end, these 2, they provided with some entertainment. You've seen a couple of the 3s run that you never thought that you were going to be on. This one really takes off. Well, so does the fielder, but he gets up and he says, "You got to go again." Okay, dive again. Well, I tell you what, it's a good job I'm not doing his laundry. But what a great finish to the innings. Well, you would imagine, I would think that Dresden will go out there and knock these off pretty comfortably. But hey, this is T10 cricket, and anything can happen.
It's a poor one. It's gone for 5 wides. Can't really afford that. Just when I was bigging him up.
Yorker, he's got him. Absolute beauty. And we've seen him bowl this one a number of times. Just holds it back. The slower delivery, Yorker length. And they got a huge wicket. This one was important. New batsman. Oh, this is a nice shot. This is really nice. Well, you know what? I always used to say when I was playing, you're playing against a team you don't know, you bowl your first ball. That's gone up in the air. Well, we've seen some good catching today. This one's up. He's getting himself underneath it, and he takes it very well judged. And that's another wicket. And look at the, well, he nearly messed it up, the celebration from the bowler from Khan. But stays on his feet.
All right, later, but a partnership will be very handy for them. And it could be out. just got a bit of luck there, and it might go all the way to the boundary.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, he's gone right into the banner. And, well, get the men out there. So well done, guys. Played away. The fielder needed to do better here. He had to stop it, or it was going to be 4 runs. And he couldn't. He got himself in a muddle. It goes through him. He can't afford to make these little slip-ups. And that's what's disappointing. We've seen some outstanding fielding. And then, well, when things like that happen, those guys will probably think, well, we're throwing ourselves around.
The gully sort of area, but right on the boundary now. And this one's been hit just forward to square through the covers. And
oh no.
It's falling apart now.
Well, I mean, they've just, just shifted one man away because of a misfield. We'll be seeing another one. So it's little things like this in there, and this is where you won't get from the better sides. 15 for 8. Khan has a big hit at this, and the fielder, he should take this. Oh, it's snapped out, and he gets a second chance. He can't. The bowler can't believe it. He's on the floor. He's thinking, what have I done today to deserve this? First the misfields, and then the drop catch. There a while. The slice this one away. Work to do for the third man, and gets the slide in again. Well, just be with me a minute while I pick Danny up on the floor. He's running around as well. 18 runs that they've given away. This one's been mashed. Volley. Well, I tell you what, I think the batsman, what he thought of this was, well, this was rubbish.
Right, Ruffy Khan, what will he do to come back from this one? And he's just been hit again. There's a player out there, and he couldn't quite get there. Sharifi, if anyone was going to take that, would be him.
Yeah, I think this is going to be 4 runs. Men in black.
Slow ball. Could be out.
Nice up in the air. Fielder's got a lot of work to do to come into it. Just dropping short. And, well, the batsmen, they're going to be run out here. And in the end, well, he sold him short, started running and then stopped. So they do get a breakthrough. And that one is a big mistake from Mustafa Khan. And it's Kapil Chandani. He's going to be run out. And in the end, well done to the fielder. He did well to stop it. He pushed it. It was this bit here when it gets pushed away. Shorter. Well, it's up in the air and it should be taken. And it has been. And no surprising. No mistakes from Sharifi. So another wicket. So the field positionings here certainly working.
See, this is in the air. It's gone high. Can he take this one? Can he hold on to it? And he cannot.
No. And it was one of those where, again, the body language, you see, he's not under it. And in the end, he leans into it. That's probably, well, hit his hands pretty hard, this. The effort ball. Well, maybe there was the grunt for the slow one, trying to put off the batsman. But he was up for it. Got himself into position quickly. And plays the shot nicely. And it's 4 runs. Score's tied. And not anymore. Volley. Game, set a match. Finishes in style. Well, we always say you always need one man to anchor the innings, and Mustafa Khan has done just that for his team. He's seen his team to victory, and the home side Dresden do the double over Einheit Halle.
Kapil for the first ball, outside off stump. That's what I said. Outside off stump, bit short. And there's no protection back there, and that's 4 runs. Good start there. That one is gone. Big outside edge. Nice take by the keeper. That's a breakthrough already for Dresden. Well bowled. Nice shape out. And Hardy had a big swing. Just got a nick. We heard it from here. It was a nice healthy edge. And the keeper, Arun Hakanshi, is very, very happy with that one, as is the bowler Kapil. There we go. That's just wide of the player, and it'll be 4. That's too wide for him. This one's in the air. Should be caught. play it, point going back, and he's taken it. Nice catch, and another wicket goes down. And that's Hussain. So we didn't quite see what he could do, Hussain. But tried to hit it through the onside. Got a leading edge. Went to. This one's been hit nicely. There's a man out there. Don't think he'll get it. Oh, what a catch!
Mamma mia! That is incredible.
That was fantastic. Didn't look like he was going to get there. Looked like it was going over his head. Ended up taking a left-handed catch over his head. What a catch.
Wow. Ooh, and they'll take the single. And it's the shot. Well, he's got it right. It wasn't a wide. It's got it in the right area, but batsman was up for it. So these two batsmen now have to start again.
Well, that one's not fine. It's a fine shot, though. Oh, this one's been absolutely smashed. That's just what I was saying. If you get it a little bit too straight, it's easy for the batsman, and he's hit that over cow corner for 6.
Yeah, this is a good shot. Nice pick up there from the batsman.
That's a nice shot. Just flicked off his toes, and that'll reach the boundary for 4. That one's been hit hard, and the man cannot get that one. He came in a little bit from the boundary, and he saw it sail over his head. And that's well, you can see what kind of mood the Zamir Haider's in. He's hit that one straight. So the man out there, and he won't reach that one. He needed to be significantly taller there. It's man who took that spectacular catch just a little bit before. It's Belal Zadran. Put that on a little bit quicker, and almost the same result. Just bounced in front of the boundary, and he's got another one. No chance for that man, Belal Zadran. That time he's took that spectacular catch before, but you'd have to be on a ladder or up in our commentary box to catch that one. Oh, Mr. Stumping.
Yeah. That's
a big one. He's cracked that one. And it's a great catch. I thought it was over him. And it's the skipper, Kamboj, who takes a nice catch over his head. And that's the end of a very entertaining innings from Zamir Haider. This one's in the air. Player coming back. I don't think he'll get there. And he does it. Gets away with that only done. This one's in the air. It's gone behind the keeper. Will be safe. Will it reach the boundary? He tried to hit it in the air. There's a player coming in. I don't think he'll get there, will he? He does. A good catch. He came in quite a long way towards that 30-metre circle.
It's a very good catch.
The end of the big man, Rohit Unitan.
Yeah, well, we keep saying that. We don't think. And they're surprising us today here. And this was good. This Mustaf Khan ran in a long way. And then, well, he takes it lying down almost. His feet, you see the dampness in the ground. Feet go, but he's held onto it.
He's been hit straight to that man, and he's...
Oh, dear, he spilled it.
This one's mistimed. Easy catch for the keeper, and that's a big wicket. And that's Zahid Mahmood. Couldn't quite get going today.
No, he couldn't today, could he? Just not in the normal flow of things. Normally he's quite a aggressive stroke player, and he finds the middle of the bat, and there you see finding the top of it.
This one's been hit straight, and lovely shot just over the fielder, and that's 4 runs.
It'll be 1. They've got to go for the 2. It's a good throw here for Zadran. Well, what was that, Zadran? Oh, well, they're going for the 3. Well, the wicket keeper has a race on. And, well, he's going to be run out. Well, there was no way you thought it was going to be 2 to Zadran. Well, I'll tell you what, that left arm is absolutely sensational when it comes to taking catches. But not so good when it comes to throwing the ball. Just have a look at this throw. I mean, he's done well. One-hand pick-up. The batsmen have only just about completed one. And here's the throw. And it just, well, it's still coming. Wait for it. Here it comes. Oh, well. And, well, this is given the keeper there. I think he could have just... He said, no, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm going to get it. I want my fantasy points to go up. And they do indeed. So that's the end of the innings. And it's been an exciting one, but I think we're in for a, well, very low scoring thriller here, Danny.
Something that Dresden will be able to.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dresden are a team, we were saying this yesterday in their matches, that they're a team with some good depth.
So they'll. Oh, it's a wicket there. Tried to play it outside off stump. Bit of a dangly shot there by the batsman. It's a very dangerous Sandeep Kamboj, the captain. Will have to walk back. This one's just an edge past the keeper. Very fine. It's going to beat the fielder for 4. This one's hit over that area I mentioned before. Should race to the boundary for 4. This one's is it an edge? And it is. And he'll have to go. That's Mustafa Khan. He'll have to leave. 14 off 16. It's a better shot. There's a man out there. It's gone through him, and it's gone for 6. Well, as I mentioned, he is hittable, but and is that the just that opportunity that's just been taken?
This has been well hit. Oh, that is a beautiful shot. That has got to be one of the top shots that we've seen so far. To hit that ball and hit it all the way over for 6 runs, over extra cover. That is huge. That is massive. Shaka time.
That one he's hit, but he's hit in the air. Don't think the fielder will get there. Or will he? He does comfortably in the end. He just strolled in from the boundary. It looked like he was just going to let it bounce and then took the catch, and that's the end of Shahrukh Khan.
Yeah, I mean, that man there on the boundary, Zahid Mahmood, he's been absolutely outstanding. But then he was in this sort of situation. This one, how high is this? I was going to say, yeah, it's got to be. Well, this could change things. So it's called a no ball because of height. So 1 no ball, and also will be 4 byes. That one probably too hot to handle for Rohit. 3 out of the last 3 after losing first. This one will do. This will help. Balle. 6 carreras. Así me gusta. Eso es fantástico. Well, look. He's going for him again. It's up in the air. Fielder comes through and takes the catch, and right on cue. But there you go. Take a bow, Latif. We're just talking about all of his merits. Not only is he a fine cricketer, gets a wicket there, but also a fine position as he's put together the anthem now for the European Cricket Championship. It's not quite been released. I know the big release will come soon. This is sliced away in the air, and it's, well, this one goes down. Well, Dresden, as this one has been hammered, this one will be 6. Big shot, 6 runs, but it's all coming. Danny, too late. 4 from 4. This one's hit out again. The fielder's out there, and, well, he didn't watch the bounce this time. Done by the bounce.
Can be played. This one's in the air. It should be caught, and it's gone.
Very soft dismissal, isn't it? I mean, he's playing this shot to nowhere, and Hardy, he gets another wicket. Look, he's just on his back foot. There's no way that he was going to generate any power into the shot. And the fielder, well, he is all smiles. Victoria all smiles. That is the end. That was the last ball of the innings. And it's been a very comprehensive victory from Victoria.
Getting tougher to beat. Here comes Kapil. And good start. A lot of late swing there, right on off stump. This one's been smashed out
in
to
the
boundary.
air, and the fielder can only see it go by. Balle, 6 carreras. Well, don't be shy, Mark Jameson. Put your hands up in the air. That's 6 runs. Goes full, and he's got hold of this, but fielder coming in. Could be an opportunity, and it's been taken. So first wicket, and once again, good sportsmanship between the bowler and the batsman. Took him on one more time, but this time the catch has been taken, and very well taken there by Shahrukh Khan. Try once more. Oh, that's a beauty. Oh, that is lovely. That is a boogie oogie woogie kookaburra 5-ball. Oh, and well, it is going to be a wide. Comes down and he hits this hard. Balle, 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 seis carreras, Ginna, Bada, Shaka. He was another one that impressed us yesterday, first time we saw him. This one's hit straight, and it's very straight. That's a lovely shot. Firmly punched out. Fielder will get it to keep. In comes the throw. They're taking the 2. And, well, he does get there in the end. Up in the air. This one should be taken. Wicketkeeper should get there. Gets himself set and takes a catch. So they do get a wicket. And it's an important one because it's that one off Mahmood. So Mahmood has to go. And it's the bowler, Mubarak, who does the damage. Fuller, and this has been struck well. Fielder is the same man who takes a one-hander. He does the same thing again, but this time he's at the other side of the boundary. Well, it's sensational. He elects to take it one-handedly again. Well, what can you say about Zadran? Amazing. Well, I mean, it won't count. It's 6 runs, but still here. Look at this. He does it exactly the same way, but this time, that foot, the other side of the boundary. This hit straight to the fielder. The change of pace, the change of direction. That's the job. It's a simple catch for the captain. So, captain once more in the action. Sandeep Kamboj. Another wicket. Well, he hits a big 6 and then he makes his way out. This is nicely played. There's a chase on for the fielder. Does go very quickly down there. Well, I think he's managed to keep it in. That's good work from him. And as I say, it does race down there. Kanjob comes in, and this one's got hold of it, and it's going to split the field as well. Goes all the way for 6 runs, and that's what they need here. They need a few fireworks. They need a few of these big shots. And this one, well, he's leaving into it, and I think you can see there Zadran saying to his other fielder, "Come on, you can stop that." See this delivery. This is well hit, and it's in the area of that man who's, we know, he's probably struggling a little bit. That's 4 more. The days where there's a break, as this one's been drilled away. 4 more runs, and Mubarak this time starts with a full toss, and this has been absolutely whacked. Balle, balle, balle. That is on its way down the football pitch. Well, that was a Bizaway Super 6.
Want to hit it.
Going for another one. It's going, and gone. Seis carreras más. Manos arriba, arbitro. Eso es 6 carreras. Shaka time. Ali. Hit hard. This is gone. Is it? Oh, and not even Zadran can get his left hand to this. 6 more. And this is what they needed. They needed these boundaries here. And 3 sixes coming this over. Gone, travelling into the football ground. 6 more. Shaka time. That is a big hit. That's a Bizaway Super 6. Goes short again, and the field, oh, that's sloppy. That's sloppy fielding, and that's 4 runs. You can't be affording to do that. So we're into the 90s. Yeah, he's got to get his body behind this, and, well, no, you won't want to see that again. And he's opting for the short one again. He's got to go himself because there's nobody else in the picture. Oh. What a great catch that is. That is a really, really good catch. And he runs hard and takes it.
Yeah, the skipper, and he's such a good cricketer.
And it's a dot ball. They run anyway, and he's going to be run out. So the captain trying to squeeze in another run from somewhere. Zishan Sahi, he runs himself out trying. So in the end, well, I think it's I think both teams, and if you had said to Dresden, right, okay, they're going to end up with a score of under 95.
It's down leg side, it'll be called a wide. Just not quite getting that one right. As I mentioned, he does get a lot of in-swing.
That's nicely played. That's a lovely shot. This is beautiful. This one's up in the air, and the fielder getting ready to take the catch, and takes it very well indeed. That's a good catch. Kept his eye on the ball all the way through. And, well, Zamir Haider, he does the job with the bat as also in the field. Nicely taken.
Yeah, I think it's a good move.
In the air, it's gone off the toe on the bat. It should be out, and it is. No mistakes made. Another wicket goes. And, well, though I did like to see him come up, he hasn't managed to score any runs, and that's disappointing. He gets his opportunity, but isn't able to make it count. Copy ready. This one's full, and it's been latched onto. This will go all the way. Balle, balle, balle.
Comes in again, the bowler.
And this one's going to be more runs. Is it going to be all the way? I think it is. It's 6 more. 2 in 2. And this one, finally, they do punish a loose delivery on the leg side. This was well played. It's all about timing. He's not trying to hit this too hard. Just dispatching it. Nice shot. Long on, excuse me. This one's in the air. He's could be gone. Oh, that's huge. And he'll be absolutely gutted with himself. And it just goes back to what myself and my good friend were talking about earlier up here in the tower. That sometimes batsmen have to learn. This one has to go. And I think he's got enough on this. This is 4 runs. And that's a lovely shot. That's his strength. And it just stops short. I think the fielder, well done there. Full again, and this is gone. Balle, balle, balle. Adios, pelota. Porque eso es 6 carreras más. A bit earlier to try and break this partnership that's developing. A lot of movement here in the air. Could be straight down his throat. Oh, it is. They don't need to because the captain has gone. He's hit it straight down the throat of Tojo Thomas. This one was right at him. Oh, they have taken a single there. I've got to say, good backing up.
Comes copy ready again. So it's busy ready.
Busy ready, yeah. That's good delivery. Good change. Well, they're taking him on. Well, this is just disaster. This really is absolute disaster. And run out. I was saying that another wicket going down will certainly make things very difficult. And I think that's Nanda Kumar. He has to go.
It's a good start. Very close.
I think this is close, yeah. I mean, he went right across. The umpire's giving it a lot of thought here. Umpire Arun.
Oh, that one has been hammered over cow corner for 6. Lovely shot. Just put it in the slot. And, wow, that could be a bit of a game changer. It's just the emphasis might sort of go towards the Dresden side.
Well, he does hit this hard, but it's to the fielder. And, well, he jumps up the air to try and stop it. This has gone like a bullet. 6 carreras. Well, this was the bullet train. Zadran trying to give victory to his team. Hits this well, nobody there, and that's 6 more. Balle, 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 shaba, shaba, shaka time. Short, hit hard, 4 more. He ain't going to stop that. In the air, it's a chance. Latif wants it himself. Oh, they've left it. You can see that they're going to leave it to you. At one point, Latif just took his eye off the ball because he thought the other fielders were going to get to it. It's almost like he's nodding to him saying, okay, it's yours. And it's in the air and he's caught. Wicket goes, and I think more importantly, I'm pretty sure the umpires will say, no, you didn't cross. Get back to the other end. So that keeps it interesting. So the wicket goes down. In comes the captain, Zishan. It hits well, and that'll do it. And victory. Dresden have fought back well, the home side. And both these teams, quality teams, they share the spoils here today. And now that ball is gone and the game has finished. It's all smiles again. So Dresden will claim top spot in this group for the moment.
Runga for the first ball. And it's a poor one, and it gets absolutely smashed, and it's the first one onto the AstroTurf football pitch next door. Just got it too straight, and he was right onto it, down on one knee, and that's the perfect start for Renberger. And this one's hit in the air, could be out. Player coming back, he'll have to do well, and it bounces about a foot inside the line. He did well to try to get back there. I don't think he could have taken the catch anyway, even if he'd reached it. And this one's hooked again, and that's gone a long way. That's bounced on the surface of that AstroTurf pitch, and it's still rolling. And it's a long chase there for the fielder, who's getting sick of this already. And this one's same result, and they're going to have to put someone out there. It's the same player also who's chasing, and he's looking around. It's like, me again? Why am I going all the way out? Facing Stanigzai, and it's gone. He's looking at the umpire here. Fine edge, was outside off stump, and that's a big wicket. That's a lovely shot. Used his feet well, hit through the line of the ball over, and smashed it over cover, and that's another 4. And oh, he's bowled him. Wow, what a huge wicket that is. And that's relief for the skipper and the bowler. Smile on his face, and that's the end of a very nice innings. Bit of a chat between the two, both with the bat and ball for the Lions. This one's hit this straight down the ground. It'll be cut off. No, it won't. Well, that's a little bit of poor fielding. This one's short. It's in the air. Could be out. Player coming under it. Should take it, and does. And that's a big wicket. And, well, he makes it all happen, does AB Ghazizadeh. We've seen him mainly with a bat. Sparkling innings yesterday. This one's a good ball. Could be out. And he's taken it. Nice catch. Didn't have to move. And that's another one down. That's Bandara out there. And it just nicely pitched up ball. Flicked straight by the batsman. And didn't have to move an inch, the fielder. And a slow ball, full toss. And that's not a good start from him. That's 6 runs. Relieves the pressure a little bit for these 2 batsmen. Just slipped. Tried a slow ball. It was a rank full toss in the end.
It's in that same area again, and it's going to be, I think, just one bounce before the boundary.
Could be caught, and I think he's taken it. Lovely catch there. He dived forward, looked like it might have popped out.
Having control of it. Look, here is fine, but at this moment there, I think the ball has touched the ground, yeah.
I think it did in the end.
This one is a full toss, and he gets put away. 6 more. Well, it was a Gandhi ball. He bowled a Gandhi ball, and he's going to go up in the air. This will be another chance, and it's been swallowed up. So another wicket goes, and this time it's Chowdhury, just as he was looking dangerous. See this delivery, and he's gone right through. So he's knocked him over. Jakade, what a style. So wickets keep tumbling here.
Just get down the ground. They'll look for 2. They'll turn. They'll come back and have to run well. And he's out, I think.
Doesn't give full justice, but you see when the balls come off there, yeah, it's a fair bit short.
Oh, here's another wicket, maybe. Player under it, and he's taken it. Well, it's Stanigzai, who their new bowler, and another wicket goes down, and he's in the air. Could be another one. The keeper's calling. Could be a collision, but the keeper takes it and screams at his bowler. But there's another one down, and this time it's Mujadadi. Well, it's falling apart for Berlin. And they'll just take the one.
He's got to hold on to it, surely.
Well, big appeal. And
what's going on here? Go again, go on. Well, the wicketkeeper first shows a little bit of inexperience going for the shy. That was Alves. Just needed to hold on to it, and that would have been it. But in the end, 2 more runs, and how vital could they be?
Absolutely. They in the end, it cost them 3. Well, anything. They've brought it back, the Berlin Lions, but they'll have to bat very, very well to get that total. Here comes Mujadadi. And this one's hit up in the air, could be caught. Butt's coming under it, and he's dropped it. Bit of a let-off there for Imran Mohammed. This one is just down leg, and he's got him. Well, it moved back a bit on him, moved across the stumps, exposed that leg stump. You could see it clearly. And this one's a dodgy one that's beaten the fielder out there. He got a hand on it, but it'll still go for 4 for the cricket in Dresden. This one's a hit in the air. Yasser's under it, should take it, and he does. And second time that Imran actually finds the bat. Well, maybe not the second time, but he hasn't hit one cleanly.
A good opportunity for us to... Oh, this is gone. It's got him. It's right through his legs. So it's first, the batsman did cross. So Gunasakara, he won't like seeing this again. To face this one. Here we go. And it's gone through. They're asking a question. They're getting excited. The umpire is not excited. Not just with here, but with Germany in general. This one's a big swing and a miss. And there's another one, bites the dust. This is not what they need. Look, he's gone right across the line. And the captain, Javid, says thank you very much. Javid once more. And it's up in the air. And I think the fielder's overcommitted. He has. Unfortunately for him, even if he had stayed on the line, I think it was still going to go over him. This one is hit pretty well. He thumps it, Liana. Yeah. And I was asking people, what does this mean? Well, this one's been clubbed, and this is wind assisted. 6 more. So both these batsmen are starting to play their shots.
Maybe 10, 15 clubs total.
There's another wicket here, and good work once again behind the stumps. He's giving himself some space. Well, he could be out here. I think he is out. Yeah, he's got to go. I mean, that wasn't clever cricket. They're just throwing it away here in front of us, aren't they, the Lions? Up in the air. This is going to be another. Yes, it is. And they're just falling apart here. So we've seen up in the air, and it's just, well, they're just giving the wickets away here. Didn't even follow through with this shot. So another soft dismissal. So Alves makes his way, and this innings is rapidly falling apart. Picks up in the air, and it's going to be dodgy, and he's going to go. Another one. It just gets from bad to worse here. Look at that. Great work from Javid. And there's another. Swing and a miss. Straight through. And that is that. It's all over. And it's been a disaster, really, for the Lions. They've just fallen apart here. Just never got into any sort of routine. And I think that last shot there sort of sums up.
So welcome back to the FanCode European Cricket Series here from Dresden. And the news is not good. The covers are still on, and this match has been abandoned. So it's a win here for Britannia. Unfortunately, Victoria will have to go home. The match has been abandoned, and Britannia go through to the semi-finals tomorrow. So we're just waiting on the next game, Redberger against Berlin International Cricket Academy. Hopefully we'll get a start with that one. That'll be a little later in the day. But unfortunately the first 2 games here, match 41 and 42, have been cancelled the weather is not helping us today at all. It's been persistent rain, and it's just been coming down all day. So that means that Britannia will go through to the semi-finals, as did Dresden in the first game, because they're the highest placed teams of those two games. The next match will be hopefully starting a little bit later on at 1 o'clock. Rehberger against Berlin International Cricket Academy, but again, it depends on rain. So we'll hopefully bring you some more details. There'll be more highlights of previous games here from Dresden for you to enjoy. But the time being, just repeating the news that the match between Britannia and Victoria has been abandoned, and on being the higher placed teams of the two, Britannia will go through to the semi-finals tomorrow. So please enjoy some more highlights from the couple of weeks games we've had here, the week's play in the FanCode European Cricket Series here from Dresden. But as I said again, the weather not our friend today on quarterfinals day, and hope you stick with us. And here are some highlights from play from earlier in the series. Hopefully good news later on today. See you soon. Game 17, day 5. It's a bit of an inside edge. It'll just be a single. Comes in again. And Shinwari's dabbed that one past the short third man. It might reach the boundary, and it does. It's the first boundary there. A little glide for 4. Here's Sharifi. Smashed that one over the top of point. I think I have to run it. The ground's pretty soft. They'll come back for 2, will they? And it's gone over the boundary, just crept over to the keeper. Well, this one's over the top, and that's the safest shot in the book if you can get it over the keeper. Bowler going to Murray, who slams that through cow corner. There's a bowler again. Charges him, hits it high in the air. Tojo Thomas is under it, but he is not tall enough, Tojo Thomas. That's gone for 6. That's the first big hit, big 6 of the day. And it was that man, the excitement machine. Comes in again, charges again, hits him straight down the ground again. And that's 6 again. Lovely shot there from Sharifi. He's in the mood today. So if he can make it 3 in a row, if the bowler can come back. And he's bowled wide, and they'll take another run as well. So they'll look for 2. They'll get 2 because the keeper's not back. But
again, it's another fumble.
Comes in again, the bowler. One's hit straight down the ground. It's coming towards us. Where the hell is it, Rico? It's gone over us, I think.
That was huge. What a shot. Well, this was a massive balle, wasn't it indeed? What a hit. That was big. We were saying we've seen some big hits.
He's been hit straight to the fielder. It's gone straight through him, though. It was hit firmly, but no excuses there for Arjun. Here comes Sahi. And that's a big hit. It's a player out there, and he won't be able to reach it. That's 6. That's a big shot from Shinwari. And as you picked it there, Rico, I think it's his turn to launch himself at this bowling. He's been playing second fiddle, really, giving Sharifi the strike. And that was right in the slot, and he slammed it over square leg for 6. And this one's slightly mishit. There's play coming around. Arjun, and he dropped it. Well, bowler in for the last over. Sharifi dabs it down to point just for a single. And that's his 50. Well played, sir.
Yeah, well batted indeed. And it means a lot to him.
He hits it down. Beautiful shot. It's a vacant gap there, and that's 4 runs. It's hit flat and straight. They'll come back for 2. And Shinwari's quick. Throws a little bit wide. I think he's short, though. And that's the end of a very good innings by the skipper, Naeem Shinwari. Had to go for it. also brings Sharifi back on strike. But more importantly, it's only just one run for Haller. Kept the runs down. It's a good pick up and throw. Nice take there by the bowler.
But well batted, the captain.
Bowler, dangerous Sharifi, gets an inside edge. They'll look for 2. They should get it. Bit of a stumble at the keeper's end, but there's a little appeal there from Big Rohit, but not out. Been good with the gloves generally this week, Rohit, but did have that little fumble. It cost them a run out earlier on. It would have been that man, Sharifi, who would have had to have gone. I don't think the
Hello and welcome back to Dresden in Germany. Mr. Maximo here, Vinny Sandu for the European Cricket Network. And unfortunately, we do have some bad news regarding quarterfinals 3 and 4. Danny, a few moments ago, let you know that quarterfinal 2 had been cancelled. But now the officials, in conjunction with match referee and the manager for this tournament, and in conjunction with all parties concerned, including the ground staff, have determined that there is no possibility of play in the remainder of today. So unfortunately, quarterfinals 3 and 4 have also been cancelled. If you've been following our YouTube live chat, you might know that already. You also can see that at the bottom of the screen right now. So this is the result. So Dresden, we knew that they were through after quarterfinal 1. Britannia, they go through, and both those teams had identical records to their opponents, but on account of finishing higher in their group, they made it through, as is the case for quarterfinals 3 and 4. And Rehberger, as top of Group A, they get over the Berlin ICA team, who finished 4th in Group B. And Berlin CC, who topped Group B, of course, they had to wait until the final afternoon group matches to secure that top spot. Unfortunately, it's Halle that get eliminated, and I was really looking forward to that game as well. I know that Danny and Rico were as well, but Berlin CC make it through to finals day tomorrow. Let's show you what is coming up tomorrow on the European Cricket Network. These are the semi-final matchups. We have Berlin CC versus Rc Dresden, a really exciting clash in semi-final number 1. That starts at 7 a.m. GMT, which is 9 o'clock in Central Europe, and 12:30 p.m. in India. And then semi-final number 2. It's a rematch of last year's final in Dresden, Rehberger versus Britannia CC. Now, look, Britannia last year, they had a washed-out final against Rehberger CC, but because they finished slightly higher on net run rate, actually got awarded the trophy. But interestingly for me, it's Rehberger who finished 1st in their group. Britannia only finished 2nd in their group. And so if the match was to be washed out tomorrow, actually Rehberger will get their revenge. But hopefully we don't have these kind of problems tomorrow. There is always the threat of rain, and it is in the forecast again. But hopefully it's not as serious as it has been today. And even yesterday we had some rain problems, but we were able to get on the park, and there were all DLS results and rain-reduced matches, but at least we get results. But unfortunately, the situation today, it's not possible at all. So commiserations to those teams that have gone out, and to Halle as well. It's disappointing, and for the Beaker team as well, Berlin ICA. We really appreciate their efforts during this tournament. I've enjoyed watching them. I was really hoping to see them perform on quarterfinals Friday, as so many people around the world were as well. But unfortunately, the weather has intervened, and no play will be possible on quarterfinals Friday. Just a reminder, you can go to our website, EuropeanCricket.com, and we'll have the match previews for the semi-finals tomorrow. Of course, then we have the bronze final and the gold final in the afternoon. So we still have 4 matches, and hopefully we can get them all in. We'd hate to have a second consecutive final rained out in Dresden. So it's just one of those things. We do appreciate your patience today as well. We know that so many of you have been looking forward to some cricket. We all were here as well, and the players and officials, all of us were looking forward to quarterfinals Friday, which for a lot of people is their favourite day in the 2-week calendar when we have these 2-week FanCode European Cricket Series. But just the rain, it is persistent. It looks like there's no end in sight, and you can see out there it's very, very wet. It's just going to be too dangerous to play. Also, it gives the run-ups and the surrounds of the pitch a chance to recover, and hopefully we do have some relief later on tonight and overnight, so that the ground's in good shape to get the semi-finals going tomorrow morning. So on behalf of myself and Danny Hudacek, as well as Rico Full, we will all be joining you tomorrow for finals day action. So I said at the start of the day that 8 teams will show, 4 teams will stay, 4 teams will go. Unfortunately, the 4 teams going didn't have any possibility of pulling off a victory, or an upset, you might call it, on quarterfinals Friday due to the rain. But a reminder to go to our website. Also look up on social media at European Cricket on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter for all the bits you might have missed. And there certainly have been a lot of highlights during this tournament. Looking ahead as well to the ECC. ECC.cricket is where you can go for information on that tournament. The Euros for cricket starts in just over 2 weeks' time. But for now, until tomorrow on finals day from Dresden in Germany on a very rainy quarterfinals Friday, this is Mr. Maximo Vinny Sandu from everyone at the European Network and the European Cricket family. Wish you all the best. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you bright and early tomorrow for finals day in Dresden, the FanCode European Cricket Series.
game of Group A. Here comes Ronson for the first ball. And it's down leg side, called a wide. Nice take by the keeper. This one's hit back to him. Could have been a catch. And he can't, but it's been flicked away. And that'll be 4 runs.
This one's gone. Balle, balle, balle. Says Carreras. Slightly flat A. He's hit this pretty well. Fielder thinks, oh, well, it's one of those you have to say, if you're on it, maybe you got a chance. I mean, he had a little bit of work to do to run to his left, but you see he's fairway off the boundary line.
In an area like Dresden.
He's got a chance and he snatches it up. Caught and bowled. That was nice and easy. Batsman here looks like he just stopped his shot. And the wicket's been taken here.
But, well, this one's been hit in the air. Yasser's coming around. He should take this, and he does. A good fielder.
Yeah.
That's another wicket down. It's Razul, who didn't hang around too long. He got a good piece of that, but he's very quick along the ground. Is Yasser, and he's got a good, safe pair of hands. This one's in the air. Could be caught. Coming around. Takes a nice catch. And that's the skipper gone for a nicely played 15. And he's hammered that one. There's a player out there.
Oh,
great effort.
What an effort. And, well, we'll have to see on the replay whether this dropped and went for 4 or 6. But I tell you what, this was Mujadadi. What a tremendous effort this was.
And this one's a full toss. I think he's got all of it. I think it's gone over the boundary in a flowing manner.
Whoa! Well, I did say that, but they are now. That one was big. Well, that is a Biostrath super shot. 6 runs to take it all the way to the boundary there. This one's going to be catching area and no mistakes. Well, Yusuf, he takes the place of the bowler, Ali Butt, and he says, well, you do it so well. Well, I'm going to do what you do.
Aim at, and it just hasn't happened.
Hit well, and that's 4 runs. Wide off the fielder. Oh, this is gone. This is going to be big. Balle, balle, balle. Ginna, Sona, Shaka, Shaka. And he's got a bit of bat on it. Is it going to clear the field? I don't think it is. And, well, there's a catch taken by that man out there. Mujadadi. He does his job well. I don't think he was going to drop this. But Zadran, he's done his job really well. He's got them too. He's trying to get hold of it. It's played up in the air. It's going to be, they've got to push on, I think, Javed. And I think they should be. And in the end, well, there was a bit of Jal mere bhai, and in the end, nothing happened. They said, Fordoni Kajoni, Thora Jadoro, and I can't believe they didn't go for the second there. And they do, though, get the single. They do get to the 110.
Yeah, it's a bigger score seen today, 110. They start. He's been absolutely smashed, and he got it wrong, the bowler. Sometimes we see the loosener. This one's down leg side, and that is Yasser, who's missed out a little bit. I'll come back to that. Oh,
this has been launched. This is big, and this has gone into the football pitch. Well, there's somebody there with a bright pink jersey. He's playing with the big ball. Well, now he's going to play with a little ball. That is big. That is 6.
Maybe this one's been hammered again.
Yeah, short ball. Gandhi ball sigi. Lag gaya. Shaka.
So, an edge there. It's going towards the boundary. Should reach, and it will. All hard hitting. Like that one.
Well, this one's been thumped. Balle, balle, balle. 6 carreras más. Manos arriba, Mitro. Eso es 6 más. And well, in comes the bowler once more. Rahman goes big again, but this time, is he going to get it through the gap? He does. It's 4 runs.
The start.
It's in the air. This one should be taken. The fielder's come in and he's overdone it. He's coming too quickly. He's got excited. They're taking on the 2. They'll get there comfortable.
Nope.
No, this is big. Balle, balle, balle. Manos arriba. Brrr. Well, they're going to town.
Not bad as an opening batsman.
Amazing, and this one, he's going straight. It could be coming our way. Well, nearly does. A little bit more, and that would have been into Rico's hands. Just catching the bottom of the tower. Well, so much happening, so much going on. This is short, and that's just going to be 4 runs. You can't bowl it there. You can't bowl that sort of gunda stuff.
Cumbo is thinking, the skipper. And he's
oh my word! That is a Bizaway Super 6. That one has taken off. That has gone into orbit. What a shot that is. He's gone for another one. Balle, balle, balle. Says Karenas Mas. Kinna Bada Shaka.
Here he comes in. Ball into Yasser.
Flicks away, and the ball races away. It probably will go to the boundary. And, well, it does, and that's really very well batted indeed. बहुत बदवाइयां दोनों बैट्समैन यासर ने अपनी 50 बना लिया. 13 ball the pitch, absolutely brilliant. Yes, they're on strike, and he's not got the most of this. Fielder comes in, sets himself, and does take a very good catch. So a terrific innings comes to an end from the master blaster. Yes, sir.
And he might have got it. It's in the air, play coming round. Don't think he'll get there. Oh, would have been a great catch. Couldn't hold on to it. Just a single in the end.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. This has been picked up beautifully. What a lovely shot that is. I mean, sometimes it's all about power. Sometimes it's all about muscling the ball to the boundary. This one's down the legs and 4 more runs. He can't bowl it there.
That's been smashed. Absolutely hammered. Dropped it in a bit short. And they were very watchful on the first 2.
Teams, you know, the old local derbies. This one's hit out, and he's going to get it through the gap. The fielder's not going to be able to get there, and that ties the scores. And the first ball from the captain, too short, and in the gap.
And also Victoria. This is in the air, could be caught. Player coming around, and he's taken a nice catch.
Yeah, that's very well done. He's made this look easy. I thought he was coming in, Russell, too casual on this. And when I saw that it was the captain bowling, he's not been very lucky. Short, hit hard. He could get another here. And, oh, just out of the reach of the outstretched hand of Rasul. So it finishes very much the way it started with 6 runs. And, well, quite an emphatic victory. So they do the double. Rehberger over Dresden, and that's a fine knock, and a lovely picture there once more of the both sets of players congratulating each other, and that's what we've seen here in this Group A fixtures. Teams very supporting towards one another, appreciating each other's talents and abilities, and we've seen another fine match, but this one has been ended pretty quickly by some very powerful batting from Rehberger.
Here comes Singh for the first ball of the day. Big in-swinger. And well kept out by the batsman, Stanigzai. One didn't swing, and it was smashed out through the covers for 4. First boundary. He replies by putting it right in the slot for the batsman, who hits the first 6 of the day. Smashes it over backward square leg for 6. Well.
Yeah, Mona Hararan.
So
this is delivery from Gopinath. Well, it's been sent packing. That's gone a long way. Balle, balle, balle. Says Carreras.
Here it comes again. On to Stanigzai. It's crunched through the covers, and that's a lovely shot for 4. New bowler has been crunched over cover again, and it'll reach the boundary again.
He's plays for the national team under 19s, but this time he's gone big. He's up in the air. Will they get there? And, well, he doesn't. It was a very good effort from the fielder.
It does, and it's been scooped just behind square down to the deep fine leg boundary for 4. Lovely shot. Just basically put the bat there. It's just been crashed onto the leg side and over the fence again. That's another 6. Full toss, and he likes that zone. Right over the... again, it's a full toss. Out towards that man again, who won't get there. Skidded along the ground, and that's 4 runs. See what the right-hander Stanigzai can do. The spin. And he's absolutely hammered that right over the Chemnitz dugout. It was outside of stump, and Stanigzai just unleashed on it.
Yeah, Shakalagya. This was a beautiful shot. And this one will be a chance. These are going to be taken. Fielder gets under it. And no mistakes this time from Islam. It was a much easier catch. Gets under it. And that partnership has been broken. And it's Stanigzai that has to go.
See if the batsman can adjust. Oh, he's hit it in the air. Could be out again. The sun's in his way, but he's got him. And it's a double breakthrough there for the bowler. And inspired piece of captaincy, bringing on another spinner. And he's got the 2 openers. Well, this is a big over. And this has been crunched. Absolutely smashed through the leg side. Well, we're just going to confirm whether it's 4 or 6. I think it was 6. The fielder's just confirming it. It was hit very flat. This means a hit in the air. Player under it, Verk, and he's taken it. And the bowler's happy. That's another wicket down. And it's GN Khan. Have to walk back. Bowler Verk again. And he's been hammered over the mid-wicket boundary for 6. That's the first one we've seen on the football pitch. Just dropped it a fraction short, bit straight, right onto it, the batsman. And that's a nice way to get off the mark for Abdul Andar.
We come back to that on the highlights. We go back to the live action. It's in the air, and it's another opportunity, and it's been beautifully taken. And the captain, Rohit Singh, making no mistakes. Well, he had a chance of being run out. He survived, but he's gone this time.
He's been hit straight, hit towards us, hit over us, and that's 6. Well, so much for getting line length right. It was just a little bit over pitched and just smashed through the line there by the batsman. That's Varun.
I think he's still there. It's gone over him as well. Big hit.
It's another one. It's in the air. Could be caught. Be a tough chance. He's coming around and it's bounced off his chest, the fielder, and they've come back for 2. And that's in the air. Player under it. It's going to be a difficult one, and he's nowhere near it, and they'll come back for 2. And drop catches. This one's been hit towards the boundary, and it'll be 4 again. Ahmad has been hit straight up in the air. Bowler's coming back. He'll do well to take this, and he doesn't, and they'll come back for 2. It's been hit towards the boundary. Rohit Singh's out there. Should just be 1. They'll come back for 2. It's gone to the keeper, who's miles from the stumps. The throw was just a little bit wide. Another 2 very well runs there from the Chemnitz batsman. And I've been impressed with Chemnitz so far. And Britannia, they'll have it all to do with the bat.